What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Cheating has been one of the biggest points of contention with the Call of Duty community all year long. We know that Activision has failed, that Ricochet has failed, and these fluff PR pieces claiming that they've been able to ban X amount of accounts are nothing more than little pats on the back to themselves, pretending that they're doing something. And there might be a few people in this community that are eating it up. But for the most part, people know and they see through the lies of Activision. They understand that all it is them saying we're doing something instead of doing nothing. 6,000 accounts. Great, cool, awesome. But why is it that the conversation right now within this community is still cheating is awful and we need to ban crossplay? That's a serious and legitimate conversation we're having right now. And it's because of Activision's complete and utter incompetency when it comes to Ricochet. I mean, I still remember the times of us fighting for crossplay, wanting to play with our friends on PlayStation or on PC, and be able to all be in the same lobby together. And it was a revelation when it occurred. But now, man, if I wasn't on PC, if I was a console player, I wouldn't want to play with PC players. I can't trust that they're not going to come in and try to cheat, because it seems as if cheating in this game is extremely easy. Because anyone can do it, and everyone boasts about it, and there's little to no repercussion. The fact that I see so many clips here on YouTube, over on Reddit, over on Twitter, of people cheating, and it's not like it's a one-off, it's constant, and there's nothing in terms of any type of discipline, any type of consequence for them. Oh no, their account got banned. Guess what? 6,000 accounts got banned. I guarantee you 5,000 of the people that own those accounts are back on Call of Duty right now cheating again, because the anti-cheat system is that abysmal. It is that bad. And when they release these little puff pieces that are meant to give themselves a little pat on the back, hey guys, we're doing something. They want the community to respond in kind and say you guys are doing great. But we all see through it. We all know it's not good enough. This should be a company that's trying to lead innovation in the anti-cheat sector. Instead, they're falling miles behind. And they need to change it up. They need to do it. Otherwise, I don't know how you can defend having crossplay in the game anymore. And that's the sad reality. That's a sad future for Call of Duty. And the most unfortunate part is because of Call of Duty's incompetency, it once again affects this community, affects the overall experience. Because we utilize crossplay to be able to play with our friends who have different consoles, to reconnect with people that we don't see on a regular basis. And when you eliminate that because you can't be bothered to improve or innovate your anti-cheat system, you lose that ability to connect with people. I mean, Call of Duty is already a pretty anti-social game. I mean, they don't want you playing with your friends if they're different skill levels, because skill-based matchmaking is still bad in this game. So you're only making the problem worse, and you're only going to push more and more people away from your game, which is something that Call of Duty cannot afford to continue to do every year. They cannot continue to bleed players and pissing off this community. At some point in time, they need to actually start innovating. And I don't need it to be with the gameplay, because right now the gameplay is actually not that bad. If they can improve the anti-cheat, the servers, and innovate there, and be industry leaders in that regard, I think we can have a really good path forward. And maybe that's what Nadeshot was saying with his post the other day, is that if we improve on these matters, we can actually have a really positive outlook for the future Call of Duty games. His heart and his intentions are in the right place, even though I don't agree with some of his methods. But an improvement needs to be made. And at some point, Call of Duty needs to get out of their current funk of complacency and actually start looking at this industry and saying, how can we conquer every aspect of it? How can we be industry leaders in every regard so people come to us all the time? That used to be how Activision ran, by the way. Like, back in the day, Activision had a stranglehold on the FPS community, and everybody was copying Call of Duty. No one copies Call of Duty now. Everyone's busy copying Fortnite and Apex Legends because they're at the top of the game. They're at the top of the food chain and everybody wants to be like them. Call of Duty used to be that. And maybe this merger with Microsoft will turn the tide in their favor. Maybe X Defiant coming out will turn the tide in their favor. But something has to change. And maybe the way you become industry leaders again is by trailblazing new innovative ways to handle cheaters and altogether eliminate them. Because that's what we want at the end of the day. We want to be able to hop into our games and know that the person we're playing against is authentically there and they're not trying to screw me over necessarily, right? They're there playing the same game that I'm playing legitimately. And that's just not the case right now with Call of Duty. Every time it feels like my senses are heightened when I play this game. Is that person cheating? Or is it just the bad servers? Or is it something else? Is the matchmaking off? No one knows. But being able to ask a million questions every single game isn't good for the overall health of your game or your community. And change needs to happen. And it needs to happen sooner rather than later. And this is what frustrates me so deeply about this franchise, is they have the resources to do it. They have people over at Activision or at Microsoft that could be leaders here and take it under themselves and say, hey, we're going to work on this and we're going to create something truly special and actually have it work. Because if they solve the cheater problem, guess what? Now that major criticism, that major complaint's gone. And as long as you continue to refine your processes on the back end, it's not something that's going to pop up every single year. You've already addressed it. You've already eradicated it. You've already solved it. So you don't need to assign endless resources to it every single year anymore. No, you just assign enough people to maintain it, keep it healthy, look for exploits, look for ways to make it better. But you've addressed the main problem. So now you can focus on the servers or the spawns or whatever it is on the back end that needs fixing. Eliminating cheaters, or at least eradicating them to an extent, would be such a blessing for the company. They wouldn't have to release these BS PR statements about how many accounts they ban every single month. No one would expect that because the experience is no longer riddled with cheaters. We would no longer have to have the discussion about disabling crossplay. No, because we'd be able to coexist in an environment that is cheater-free, and it'd be great for everyone. So maybe this should be their primary focus. Maybe this should be their goal for 2024. And honestly, I think it is a goal worthy of striving for. Make the anti-cheat system, make Ricochet the industry leader. Make it so you've eradicated cheaters in Call of Duty. And watch people believe in you again. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my take on all of this. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in that comment section. Please let me know how you feel. Obviously, you're probably frustrated by cheaters too, but tell me what you would do to solve the problem. Let me know, comment down below. Also, let me know if you want crossplay disabled or not, because I think that's an equally fascinating conversation to be had. Anyways, that's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.